Okay. All right, friends. So welcome, 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 welcome to your practice and to your mat and to your space in your own place. Yes. I love to do that. Just kind of start by swishing the air and taking it in. And it just kind of brings you into, even though you're in your own space in your home, you're just refreshing the energy. It's changed. It's your yoga studio. Yes. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. And we're just going to let the hands, if they want to drop, the fingers want to kind of, point forward, then let that happen. Gently close your eyes. Start to settle into this body. Just feeling any movement that's occurring from your breathing. And as you inhale, lengthen yourself a little bit taller, lift through the sides of the waist a little bit. And as you exhale, you keep that length, but let the inner body kind of soften inside that, if that makes sense. And just do one more conscious breath like that, where you grow tall, lengthen, and as you exhale, you kind of soften. Good. And we're going to call ourselves home and chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin. Stay as you are. Bring your hands to your thighs. Stay as you are. And slowly opening your eyes. Good. Okay. So we're going to start in legs up the wall. And before we do that, I'm just going to give this all a little churning. Yes. And I've just stretched the legs out. I'm going to take a few little twists here. So just take your hands down. And then we'll take, this is my right arm. It's just going to come across, left arm back. And I'm just going to turn to the side so you can just see. I'm going to lean back a little bit as if I'm looking, oh, what's way over there? Good. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back. Maybe pause and center for a moment. Good. And then opposite side. So left arm, I take the right arm way out. I'm going to lean back. Look, I always think of this as like folk fest pose. Like someone's talking to you from the tarp on the other side. Good. Take one more breath. Good. Come back and we'll just sit for a moment. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to twist again. I'm just going to change the angle. So I'll take the right hand now. I'm going to take it forward a little bit. So you go wherever works for you. Left hand behind and twist from there. So I have my hand about center of the left shin. Take one more breath. And then we'll release, just come to neutral. Close your eyes if you like. And then second side. So the left hand is going to come, you're going to come forward a little bit, walk the right hand behind, and then turn from there. So however crunchy things are, maybe smile. Good. And then release, come back to sitting. Good. All right, well, let's do one more. So legs will stay this distance, and I'm just going to take, this is my left leg, I'm going to bring it in. If you need to prop up, support it, and we'll just come to twist again. So right hand's going to come across to the outside of the knee. I'm going to flex the foot a little bit and turn. And so I'm starting in this, mostly like what I feel is an upright position. You just kind of melt yourself in as much as you can. So you let the legs be heavy. And now the hand that's behind you, the left hand, just walk it out so you're leaning back and doing a folk fest twist. Like what's happening way behind you. Good. And release. Come back up, find neutral. And pause. Just feel this winding and unwinding. And then we'll do second side. So other leg comes in, wherever it goes, friends, you know, you put it whatever you need, and support underneath if you need it. Good. And then go to twist. And take the hand over, and just as much as you can in your mind's eye, think of yourself as upright in this twist. And then we'll take it to the lean back. So just walk, let that hand come way back, twist, look behind you. And then release. And just bring yourself to neutral again. Just if you want to sit on something, it's fine. And breathe here. And then we're just going to stay sitting upright, but in Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet together. Again, they can be far away. They can be close in. You can prop up. You know, mine sit pretty much on the floor here. And, you know, I've said this many times, open hips, sometimes it's just God-given. So whatever you have, work with what you have. Maybe you can press the soles of the feet together. And I'm just going to sit upright. Hands that can stay on the floor, or maybe they start to come up. Maybe all the way up, if this is okay for your back. I'm lifting up, breathing here. I'm going to smile, so everything kind of softens on the inside as you maintain this shape. And let's take 2 more breaths. Smile if this is a lot of effort for you. Good. And then we'll release, and we'll just come to rest again. So if you want to stretch your legs out or keep them here, it's all fine. Just going to breathe in this shape. Well, okay, I feel another twist coming. So I'm going to stay in this, prop up if you need to sit on something. I'm going to take the left hand behind. I'm going to bring the right hand down to, maybe it's going to hold the ankle, if that works, you know, and then we just kind of, I'm just really going to hold that and then turn, and it's might not be a very big turn. That's fine. Just press the feet together if you can, and one more breath. Release, rest, and if you want to stretch the legs, that's, you know, do that. And then second side. So, and I'm just holding on to the shin here. You hold whatever you need, but this is almost that I'm bringing it forward a little bit. So I can't, there's not a lot of room to lean back, even if I wanted to. Just find whatever this is, this, you know, little twist, little hip opening, breath flow happening. And one nice big breath in. Stay in the shape, exhale, and then bring yourself to forward. Again, just resting in this stillness. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to come to stay still sitting upright. I'm going to hold on to, you know, if you can grab hold of your ankles, tops of your ankles. The feet can come in, they can move out. If this is where you hold, it's fine. You just kind of hold, I take the thumbs in, the thumbs are with the fingers, and then I pull the legs in with my hands, even though I'm gonna not let them move. Maybe you can lift your heart, the shoulders can drop, the belly can come in. I am pressing the feet together, I'm opening the toes. And then now I stay in this structure, very, it's nice and tight. It's constricted. I'm just gonna see if I can take the heart back a little bit, lean back a little bit, even if it's like 0.5 millimeter. Good. And then stay in this shape and ask yourself, where can I soften? Good. And let's take one more breath. And then release your hands if you need to shake them out or move your fingers. Take that. You can stretch the legs out or stay here. Just be in your stillness. Good. Well, I did say legs up the wall, but my brain is saying, no, Joe, do this next. So we listen to the brain or the heart. I'm going to say it's the heart telling me, okay, I'm going to take this right knee and I'm just going to take it back here. So I have this, the foot can be turned back if you have, or if you're able to point the foot back, it could be like this, or you bring it in and point it back, but it's, work with what you've got. You could have the knee and foot touching. It could be more open, and we're just going to twist again as we do. So let's start with so this is my left knee, left hand on the floor. I'm just going to reach the right arm up, take this lift, and let that start the twist as you turn. So the right hip lifts, and then the arms can come down. I did just move my bolster out. If you want to put your arms on your bolster, that's fine. And then walk the forearms behind you more. Find your twist. Maybe the head turns away. The right shoulder is going to just pull forward a little bit. And then I'm pressing my tail towards the floor. So I'm just looking for more length. And wherever you are, whatever you're feeling here, you can even just close your eyes and breathe. Okay, now ask yourself, where can I soften? Good. Take one more breath. Slowly come back up and just keep the legs as they are as you come up, if you're okay. Okay, I'm gonna lean back a little bit. So I'm just gonna turn, face you. I'm gonna move my foot. So I'm as much on the top of the foot as I can possibly get. But again, don't worry too much about that because you're only gonna go where you can go. So I'll just walk the hands back. Just kind of find this. I'm gonna tuck the belly in. I'm just looking for some thigh stretch. So this is number one. Okay, if you can go deeper, the left foot comes to the floor and the left knee lifts. And then I'll just come down onto the upper, or these are the forearms. Breathe. I'm just looking to feel a nice little pull here in the right thigh. So wherever you go, if you need to lie down to make that happen, then so be it. Okay, so wherever you are, you be there. If you're able to lie down, you're comfortable, then the next step is to bring the left thigh into your chest, and that really will bring something in. So, go wherever you need to, be kind and loving. Let's take 2 more breaths. Okay, and then you'll come back up to upright, however you need to do that. And then we're just going to rest in the stillness. So I'll just take the legs out. Just breathe. Okay, whatever you did, if you need to massage the low thigh. Good. Okay, and then we'll do second side. So we'll start with, this is my right leg, left leg. Again, the foot back or turn the foot. Separate together. Whatever you do is fine. And then once you're settled, right hand comes down, we'll take the left arm, we'll reach it up. And I use this, left hip lifts, you turn, and then come down onto the forearms. And maybe the forearms can walk more over to the right. Just get into that place where you feel something opening, releasing, add in whatever your body calls for. So just going to turn the head to the right, draw the left shoulder forward, and press through the left sit bone, whatever it is, just to find that like a pull from the left shoulder to the left hip. And then breathing into all these spaces and softening any place you can. And slowly start to come out. And just bring yourself back up to sitting. Okay, whatever you're doing with this leg, you decide. And then we just start to lean back. And so, if this is enough and you feel that stretch happening, then lucky you, you stay there. Okay, and otherwise I'm going to take the right foot down and come onto the upper arms. I keep the chin tucked and I'm lifting the belly. And that's just going to give me more thigh. And then you're able to lie down and bring that right knee in. And that's another expression of this, and that is very deep. I know I make it look easy, but I can feel this. I'm just going to melt into it. You melt into your place and your space. Take one more big breath. Release. And then extricate yourself out. So you come back up, and we'll just take that sit again and just be here. Good. Okay. All right. So we are going to go to legs up. I'm just going to move ankles and wrists a little bit. And yeah, so we're going to do this legs up the wall like we've been doing, where you don't come super close to the wall, just enough here. You can bring your bolster or blanket for underneath your head if you like that. And grab your strap. Let's bring that in too. Okay, good. So take your time to mark what you need and then to prop what you need. Feel if you need something underneath your hips, or, I'm wearing socks. It's a little chilly here today. So if you'd like to, suit up with whatever you've got is all fine and lovely. Good. Okay, and then once you're here, friends, just take a few moments. We'll let the legs kind of acclimatize to being up. Let your arms come out, and let's take a few breaths here. Good. Okay, so once you're settled and you've taken a few moments to just let the body be, then ask yourself, where can I soften? What can I release a little bit here? Good. Okay, and then we're just going to bring these feet into flexion. So the heels stay at the wall, and you just kind of draw the toes towards your knees or wherever they're going to go. And so the heels are on the wall nice and even. Your feet aren't turning out or turning in too much. If it needs to happen to accommodate your hips, then that's fine. Just do your best here. And now I'm just going to lengthen along the backs of the legs as if I'm pressing my sit bones towards the floor. And I have a lot of clothes on, but I do have this little lower back curve that's just lifting. I can take a hand and just slide it under the low back. And that's just stretching the legs. If that doesn't happen for you, it's okay. Just be here. Let's take one more breath. And then we're just going to point the feet as best as you can. So maybe the soles of the feet, the toe pads are going to touch the wall. And just pressing the whole foot into the wall. Okay, I'm going to keep the feet there and just energetically, as if the legs are, you just activate your legs, pull into your hips. You can do that. You pull the legs into the hips and good. Just whatever happens. One more big breath. Good. And then release and just, if you want to take your legs in for a moment, move your ankles or just keep the legs at the wall, move your feet around. Good. Okay. And then we'll just come back into rest. Just let your feet flop. They can turn out here. Let's take 3 breaths in this neutral shape. Good. Okay, I'm going to bend the knees. The feet are at the wall. So if you need to scoot yourself forward or back, take a moment and do that. Good. And then I'll bring the feet together and we'll bring the right knee in. You just take your hands, just hug it in for a moment. Smile and breathe. Good. And then we're going to cross ankle over knee. And we come into this thread the needle shape. We'll keep the foot at the wall. You can walk your left foot out if it wants to find a different spot. Play with that. And take the right hand to the thigh and just gently press this thigh away. So you might have your hand up at the knee, the center of the thigh. You might go down by the hip crease. Breathe here. Good. One more breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to keep the legs as they are. Release your hands. Maybe the arms go back out. And we're just going to dance this right knee in and out as we do. So you inhale, bring that right knee in. So maybe it crosses over to the left side of your chest. And as you exhale, just open it back out. Yeah, and so a little flexion into the right foot. The left foot is connected to the wall. You're just going to give yourself this little hip dance. Good. And good. And then just rest in your stillness. 2 breaths. Close your eyes. Okay, I'm going to stay in this shape, but just extend the left leg. The supporting leg is just going to go straight. And I'll just keep this right leg where it is. I'm going to take my left hand and grab hold of your right leg, even your right foot, even if you have to bring it in. Okay, I'm just going to switch legs so you can see. I'm going to take this outer edge of the right foot. I'm going to try and bring it as close to the hip crease as I can. And then I open the knee out. So you might even use your opposite hand to kind of help. If that doesn't happen for you, you work at your own pace, obviously, and be wherever you are. Once I have that, I'm going to really push that outer edge of the right foot into the left thigh. And so I kind of protect the knee with that too. And I'm going to take 2 breaths. Good. And then we'll release that and just extend both legs back up. We'll just take this neutral place. You can let your feet flop. Breathe here. Okay, preparing for the second side. So we bend the knees, feet are at the wall. Bring the left knee in, change the interlace of your fingers, and just be here for a few breaths. Just hugging that left knee in. Notice if your tailbone is lifting up off the floor, and see if you can just settle the entire back on the floor. Good. Okay, then we'll cross ankle over knee, and we'll just be in this shape. You can let your arms come out or let the left hand be on the thigh if you like. Just to rest into this shape. Nice, big, beautiful breathing, softening. Okay, I'm going to release the left hand, flex the left foot, and then start to move this knee in as you inhale and out as you exhale. And do one more. Okay, and then we're here, just resting and straightening the right leg. The foot's flexed a little bit. And I'm going to take the right hand, catch hold of the left foot, even if you have to bring it in. Okay, then I kind of point the foot, see if I can bring that in towards hip crease. The knee will move away. I'm really flexing the foot and pushing into this thigh here so much that I feel like the thigh is almost pressing back. Okay, that's in my body. Of course, listen to what your body is offering today. And breathe here. Good. Okay, lovingly release. And we'll just extend both legs up again. And one more breath. Okay. Let's set the feet on the floor. Hopefully you have enough space there just to bring them down for a moment. And I'm going to just heel toe the feet apart. We'll come to our good friend windshield wiper. Just to kind of move the hip joints a little bit. And also, there's a little twist in the back. Good. Okay. Nice. All right, grab hold of your strap. And I have a loop from last class we did this, so maybe you still have a loop too. And I'm just going to make this loop small enough that I can just place it over the foot. So it's just like a little, maybe a navel orange could fit in there. Okay, then I'll place it over the center of the right foot. I'm going to bring this leg to the wall. The left foot I'm going to keep on the floor, but I'm going to put the toes up the wall. So it might even angle the foot. I'm just looking for a little bit of, can I get some shin or calf stretch in there? So find what works for you. And then you'll just take your right hand up as high as it's going to go to hold this strap. So I just have one long strap. I'm just going to pull the center of the foot. If you want to wind your hand in the strap and give it a nice pull, keep the heel at the wall. So the foot is in flexion. And I'm going to keep holding the strap and just giving a little bit of, something for the middle of your foot. Start to point the foot, release the strap as you need to. The strap might fall down, it's okay. And I'm going to bring the toes to the wall. So I'm just pointing my foot and pull here. Okay, one more breath. Okay, we'll bring the foot back into flexion. Good. Now I'm going to take the left leg back up the wall, heel at the wall. Feel the left heel planted. We'll start to take the right leg away from the wall, as if the strap is almost pulling it. So I'm not going that fast, and I'm not going that far. I'm going to keep that right sit bone tush on the floor as much as you can. So wind your hand in the strap if that helps. Breathe. And then stay in this shape. That leg is going wherever it's going to go. Almost like maybe you're aiming the big toe towards the right shoulder. And breathe here. And one more breath. Good. Okay. And then just bend the leg, take the strap off, bring the foot to the wall, and we'll just rest in stillness. Good. Okay, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Pause here. And then we'll take that little loop and place it over the sole of the left foot. Take the left foot up the wall, heel to the wall, and I'm just going to keep the right foot on the floor, but take the toes up the wall. Then I'll take the left hand as high as it's going to go. Maybe you wind it in the strap, and I'm just going to pull the arch of the foot. And take one breath, just kind of feel in whatever's happening. And then you'll start to let the foot find its point. So the strap is going to move, let it feed through. Maybe the toes come to the wall, and I'm just going to anchor and press in. Okay, I'll say this again. You know, if you feel foot cramps coming in, it's normal. So if you need to come out and release it, that's fine. Otherwise, just be here. Nice, easy breath. One more breath. And then we're going to pull the foot into its flexion. So I imagine, even though the foot's doing the work, I let the hand pull. Okay, heel at the wall. Now we're going to slide that right leg back up the wall, heel to the wall, so it's in its flexion as well. And now start to take that left leg, straight left leg away from the wall. And, you know, be very mindful of where you're going. So if it just goes a little bit away from the wall, that's your place, and that's great. Okay, so I'm just imagining that those left toes are aiming to the left shoulder. And anchor the right heel. Breathe here. You know, if you were with me in class on Tuesday, we did a lot of pyramid pose. And as you look at your legs here in this shape, this is that shape. And nice, beautiful breathing. Keep that intention in your legs and your feet. Good. And then we'll just bend that knee, slip the strap off. Both feet at the wall, just rest here. Let the feet flop if they want to. Good. And then we'll set the feet on the floor. Good. Okay. I'm just going to take this bolster out from behind my head. I'm going to bring the knees in. So if you need support under your head, just leave it. It's all fine. And then the knees will come in. Just going to hug them in and out. And, you know, here I'm almost moving through as if I feel like it's like tailbone cat-cow. So as I bring the knees in, I might even lift the tail a little bit and then drop it down. Good. So this is a little bit of abdominal work as well. Good. I'll just do a few more. Good. Okay, now I'm just going to take these knees into circling. So just moving with the hands on the knees, not a big circle. Good. And then reverse and circling in the opposite direction. And then you're just imprinting on your low back. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to center. And so I still have the knees in. I'm just going to walk my hands down a little bit. And then I'm going to lift the head up towards the knees and just hug it in. Draw the belly in. Smile. Don't let the shoulders kind of take on extra tension. You can just even lift the tailbone a little bit to bring the knees in. Flex your feet. And before we leave this, ask yourself, where can I soften? Good. And then we'll release. And as I release, I'm going to take the arms up and over the head, and I'm going to bring my legs back up the wall. I'm going to open them apart a little bit here and just take this rest. Nice, big, beautiful breathing into all of that has just been crushed and opened, crunched and opened. Good. Okay. Nice. All right, I'll bring let's bring the soles of the feet to the wall so that we have this like sitting in the chair position. I'm going to take my arms down and just sneak your fingers underneath your yoga mat. So the thumbs are on top. And then I'll just lift the shoulders up to my ears so the arms stay straight. Now I'm really going to grip that mat and stretch the arms away. So, you might move a little bit. Feel your feet on the wall. And if it feels secure, that you could lift the hips, even if you just lift the tailbone, I might just lift a little bit here. Maybe you'll go up a little higher and just take a few moments. So I use the wall, I'm using the mat. If the mat doesn't make sense, it's all fine. Let it go. If you have something under your head, it's going to impede this lift. So be mindful. Good. And then lower yourself all the way down and take rest however you like. Feet on the floor or legs extended. So good. Okay, I'm going to bring the knees back in. Just hug them in and out for a moment. Good. Okay, so we did all this twisting at the beginning. So I'm just going to take the knees side to side as we've been doing in class. And, if you like, we did it with a block between the knees. We did it with a blanket between the knees. If you like that as something to kind of just push into, then I just grabbed a block and just threw it between the knees. So it's, you can do that. Or a blanket works too. So just flex in. And then just start to rock your knees side to side. And it might just be a little baby bit. You might just go a little bit, and that's great. Or if you start to go deeper, you might turn your hands down for support and just close your eyes. I'm going a little bit like, I'm going to breathe the way I'm moving. So it's a good. I'm sliding all around, but that's okay. Continue on. Good. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, I'm right at the wall. Okay, release and rest in whatever way you like. I'm just going to extend the legs up the wall. Okay, all that abdominal stuff. I'm just going to do one more of the Seti Bandha lift. So I'm going to keep the feet at the wall. Just scooch myself back. But if you want to do it with your feet on the floor, you know it. So whatever works. Okay, so I'll bend the knees, put the feet at the wall or feet on the floor. I'm just going to find the sticky mat again. Bring the shoulders up, and then I really anchor the upper arms to the floor, back of the head to the floor. Start to press the feet into the wall and peel yourself up to wherever you go. If you go up high, like you feel you're on your upper shoulders, maybe you walk the upper arms in a little bit. Good. Breathe here. Wherever you are is good work. And then release from this. Come into rest however you like. Feet on the floor, legs up the wall. Arms over your head or by your sides, wherever works. Good. Okay. Good. All right. Well, I did say yin, but I feel like that's not where this class is going, and that's okay. I'm just going to wiggle myself away from the wall so I can lie down and have the legs stretched out straight. So figure that out. And then my bolster's here. I'm just putting it under my head for a moment. Good. Okay, so we're going to take twist. Actually, let's use the strap. And if you want a little support, maybe you grab a block or a blanket, and I'm just going to put it on the right side just to be there for the leg, the foot. You could do it without anything too, but I'll just put this block here. So take your little navel orange strap, and let's start with the left foot. So we'll just put the left foot in there, and I'll wind the hand in the strap. My arm is extended, the leg is wherever it goes. If you have the leg up to the sky, great. If that's not good, find your place or bend your right leg. Okay. And then I'll just wind the hand in the strap. I'm pulling a little bit at the center of the foot, and I'm going to let the leg as if it wants to drop to the floor, but it's not going to happen because I'm holding it. You're holding it. Nice big breath in and out. And just settle in here. Okay, your right leg can be relaxed. Okay, so we're going to start waving. I'm going to take the leg over to the left. And then I'll go over and across to the right. And I'm not going super far. You know, you be where you need to be. If your leg is bent and this is happening, you're still getting the movement in your hip. You know, it's almost like a version of happy baby if it's bent. If it's straight, you know, it's lines of energy. You're going to feel different things. So just be where you need to be. Because there's nowhere else to be but where you need to be. Good. Okay. I'm going to take this leg over to the left. Set the elbow on the floor if that works. Just take a few breaths here. I'm using the hand to kind of pull the leg. I'm going to flex through the foot. Yes. One more breath. And then we'll take the leg up. We're going to switch hands. So the right hand holds the strap. The left hand can come to your left thigh, the left hip crease. You can press it away. We're going to take this into twist. So you're just going to take it all the way over. So you maybe come onto your right side. Here's where you can use the block. So it might just support the leg. If it's bent, it could support the, you know, the knee and the shin. So just be wherever you need to be. So the right hand holds the strap, and I'm going to take it to twist. So my left arm comes out, I turn the head a little bit. Maybe I'll wind the strap in the right hand and, you know, just naturally come off the block. So if that happens for you, it's fine. Let's breathe here in your twist. And take one more big breath. Breathe out. Okay, find your block again. If you're using that support. I'm going to release the right hand from the strap. Just let the strap kind of drop. And if this works, you know, I'm going to keep that leg straight, flex through the left foot, and lift the left leg just up off the block a little bit. You know, just enough that you're here, very present. One more breath. And then you might find the strap again with the right hand as you roll onto your back. Okay, then we'll just take the strap off the foot, come into your rest. If that's feet on the floor, legs stretched, whatever it is. Just drop in and feel. I mean, it's like magic. There's no, you know, it always excites me. Hopefully you're feeling this same kind of release and, you know, your body saying, wow, thank you, I needed that. Okay, and I'll take this block, let's move it over to the other side. Find your little strap, pull this little circle, and slide it onto the right foot. And then we'll just come to the first part of this pose. So I just wind the hand in the strap, and the left hand can rest on your left thigh or out to the side. And just take a few moments, friends. Just find your place here. You're gonna know. And if you want the knee to bend, you know, that does give you more access. So you just be playfully curious. And let the left leg is just completely relaxed. Good. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side, where I'm really holding the strap. And then I'm just inviting the leg to, as if it almost wants to drop away. And the foot is flexed. Breathe into anything you're feeling here. Nice big breathing. Okay, I'm going to come back to this waving of the leg. So just take it over to the right and across. And it might just be a very small movement, really be with what this leg, this hip, your back, everything is telling you is possible today. And slowly from there, you might find a little bit more space. And the magic of your leg, you can watch it. And okay, I'm going to do one more waving side to side. And then as it comes to the right side again, I'm going to plant my right elbow on the floor and just be here. You might be able to pull your leg up a little bit or not. And you might have it bent. And breathe, flex through your foot. Okay, we'll take the leg up. You switch hands. The right hand can come onto the thigh or into that hip crease. And then as you exhale, you'll take it all the way over. Find your block or your prop. Find what you need. I need to bend my knee. The left leg is turned, so the toes are pointing to the left. And then you might, I still have this prop under my head. If you like that, great. If you want to take it out, that's fine. Nice, beautiful breathing here. Okay, let's just take 2 more breaths. Okay, and then I'll just release the left hand. So the leg is just there, and I'm just going to lift this leg up just a little bit off that block. So I really have to invite in certain parts to just maintain that lift. Good. Okay, and then find your strap. Come back up. And once you're here, then you'll just remove the strap. Come back to your rest. Okay, I'm just going to slide this bolster out and extend the arms. Oh, just too simple. I woke up my pup. And just extend your arms. If that works, breathe. Good. Okay, I'm just going to slide the strap out of the way. Bring the block in. And we'll bend the knees. And let's take upside down. So we'll place this block underneath your sacrum. Lowest height is fine. Second height, maybe all the way up, because we've already done this pose a couple times. So it works wherever it works. You probably don't need anything under your head here. But if you do, honor that. And I'm just going to heel toe the feet nice and wide apart, maybe as wide as my sticky mat, and let the toes kind of turn out, heels in towards each other a little bit. Breathe and feel. If the block is too high or not high enough, feel free to adjust. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. And then heel toe your feet to a comfortable distance apart. We are going to bring the right knee in. So if you need to adjust your block to a lower height, then take the time to do that. I'm going to stay on the highest height. It does make things more challenging. So we're going to start by bringing the right knee in. So bring the left foot wherever you need it to be. And then the right knee comes in. Maybe just hold behind the thigh. You might be able to get the knee. Maybe you need the strap if you're on the highest height. Okay, and then stay here. See how this is. And if it works to extend the left leg just straight out, I'm going to press out through the heels of both feet. And allow this opening to happen. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. So you can put the feet on the floor, just switch in midair if that makes sense. And I'm just going to start with the right leg out, like extended. But if you want to put it on the floor first, that's fine. Find your place and then flex through your feet if you can. Nice, beautiful breathing, extension through the legs. Okay, I'm going to switch again, but this time I'll just switch again. You might, do what you need to do. I'm going to keep that left leg lifted, and I'm going to stretch the right leg up. So I have the legs split. So you do whatever works here. You could have that leg bent, and the left leg could be on the floor. I'm just going to extend through the heels. And then I'll switch in midair. Ta-da. Good. Two more breaths. And then I'll set both feet on the floor. Just maybe I'll lower down the block, to whatever's next height. Find that. Rest in. Ask yourself, where can I soften? Good. Okay. Our last pose will be knees into the chest. And I'm going to keep the block here and bring the knees in. You don't have to do that. You can put the block out of the way or flatten it. And just be with your knees into your chest in some way. You could hug them or have your arms someplace else. It's fine. Flex your feet. Breathe. Good. Okay. And well, we're going to come out, but I feel here I want to just take my legs over my head. So I'm just going to do that. And so you just be where you need to be. The block can come out completely. I'm just going to take my hands to the backs of the calves and just draw the legs in. And you could even, be having your knees into your chest, just hugging them in. If you can grab the backs of the calves and you bring the whole forearm behind, and maybe the head lifts. I'm just going to really tuck in. Breathe. Whatever you're doing is good. And then release yourself. You can take the block out if you haven't done that. And let's just come to rest in neutral for a few moments. Just on your back. Maybe you have a prop under your head, but that's it. And okay, take a big breath. Sigh it out. Okay, we're going to move into shavasana. So that bolster, I'm just going to stick it underneath the calves here. And I'll just take another blanket for behind my head. You set up with whatever feels good. If you like that bolster behind your head, if you want to do legs up the wall, anything that you can just peacefully rest, a place where you can just really let go. Okay, I'm going to move away from the wall a little bit. Good. Okay, so as you come into this rest, if you're like, oh, I just need a windshield wiper or a happy baby or, whatever it is that you need. So just maybe take a moment or two because you're still in your practice, offer that. And then slip into this restful place. Just invite your body to receive. Scanning and softening. Dropping more deeply into the support beneath you. If you're staying in your rest for longer, that's lovely. If you're ready to journey very gently, lovingly, stretch yourself and awaken yourself. You're different than the person who woke up this morning. A little bit more grounded and connected, a little more open and more present. Just take your time. Once you get over to your side, just rest there. And we honor this in-between place between lying down and fully awake. Coming up to sitting, if that's where you're heading. Okay. Just take a few moments, friends, once you're here, just to feel anything that's shifted and this whole connection of your body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, the tips of your toes, tips of your fingers. And as you exhale, just let your chin drop. Keep the length in your back. Pardon me. Inhale. And as you exhale with great reverence, join your palms together in front of your heart. And maybe just as we started, the fingers are going to point out a little bit. And I'm going to pause here. And if you'd like to turn on gallery view, if you don't have that. And here's this card. When we cultivate community, each one of us feels supported on our journey. And here we are in our yoga community, supporting each other and honoring each other. Good. Okay, we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And into that, we'll just seal it with an Om. Inhale. Bow your chin. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch it. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Lift your chin and open your eyes and bless yourself. And we bless each other, the magic of our space, our breath, our energies, our community, our togetherness, our loving support. So, with great love in my heart, you guys, great love in my heart and great honoring. Thank you so much. Enjoy this beautiful Friday. Enjoy. So much love.